Does this product have any regulatory requirements to go to market?
Yes. So our product falls in the FDA Class 2 exempt category. It needs to be manufactured and designed per FDA's requirements, but doesn't need 510K approval.
510K?
Does not need.
Not need.
So why not launch a pre-sales campaign like tomorrow?
Yes, we are working towards that. Right now, we are running consumption study where women are using it in a home setting. We are gathering all the feedback and to develop the final design of the product.
So you buy the hardware separately and then kits of individual strips, or what does that look like?
Right, so the business model, app is available for free. The kit with 2 sensors and 3 months supply of consumables will be sold direct to consumer. And then additional test strips will be available as an add-on.
Are you developing additional sensors that can plug in more tools, I guess, or are you going to open that up so others can?
Right. So right now, that's the idea. That's the idea behind the modular device, where we want to introduce different sensors that can be attached to our module base for other women's health applications.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Scott McIver. I'm a professor at the University of Minnesota, but I'm also Chief Development Officer at Immusoft, a company based in Seattle. Just a little bit of history on this. Okay, so in 2000, Steve Ecker, Perry Hackett, Dave Largaspot, and I launched Discovery Genomics in part to commercialize the Sleep Beauty Transposon system. In March of this year, DGI was acquired by Immusoft Corporation, and it was an asset acquisition. I was one of the assets, so I now work for Immusoft. Okay, so what does Immusoft do? Immusoft works on genetically engineered B cells as a way of producing proteins for therapy, as a cellular therapy. And the rationale is that B cells are a professional protein-producing cell population. So the idea is that the cells are taken from a patient, the B cells are purified, and then electroporated with a transposon encoding a therapeutic protein, expanded and cultured, and then reintroduced into the patient to produce that protein and treat the disease. The first disease that's on deck to be treated is called MPS I. It's a rare lysosomal storage disease. That's the other local connection. University of Minnesota is a world center for the treatment of this disease by enzyme replacement therapy and by hematopoietic stem cell transplants. So the patients are available for us to try new therapies out. This is the IP situation. It was developed on IP that came from Caltech and David Baltimore's lab in terms of the B cell genetic engineering. It's been expanded upon at Immusoft. The asset acquisition agreement included an exclusive license to use the Sleep Beauty Transposon system for MPS I, and an exclusive option to license for hemophilia A and B, which is essentially all of hemophilia, and also for other lysosomal diseases. This is the team. It includes people locally in Minnesota, including myself, the team in Seattle, and our CEO, Matt Schultz. The company has so far raised $6 million from some rather prominent investors and is currently seeking $20 million in Series B funding to support the launching of this first phase 1 clinical trial and expand this into a second clinical trial. This is a phase 1 clinical trial for treatment of MPS I to address safety and efficacy. And then this shows the inclusion criteria. And then the idea ultimately then is to expand from this rare disease, markets limited, probably 800 million, to a more common but larger market, maybe 6 billion for the hemophilias, and then ultimately go into much larger markets here. So that's Immusoft, that's what we work on, that's what we're looking for. If you'd like to know more, you can visit us at immusoft.com, or you can ask me now. Thank you.
Your clinical development plan is nicely defined there. How many years till you're projecting revenue, and how much expense to get there?
Oh, well, so in order to get revenue, you'd have to go through phase 1, phase 2. You have to go through, I would say 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
How much money? How much are you going to spend?
Oh,
What would you expect you'd spend to go through those 5 years?
oh, that's going to have to go to, hundreds of millions, yes.
And
Yes.
that's just for the one MSP1 product. How far behind are the others?
Oh, we're following on rather rapidly. We've already have some of the initial expression data for hemophilia and for some other enzymes as well. Any questions?
All right. Well, thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Imanis Life Sciences. Ultimate